And we are streaming. Hello everybody and welcome to Dwarf Fortress, Fortress B this time. So, when we last did anything in Dwarf Fortress related, Chiral turned up, asked how it was going. 2 minutes later, a necromancer turned up, and yeah, it was a very early siege of the undead, and while I basically had begun the process of defending the fort, nothing was really in place other than a few dodge traps and a couple of cage traps, and they worked okay, but we had no military at all, because I was convinced I had another half year before I had to worry about defenses. Enough time to build up a basic force to get my proper dodge trap into lava tech working. So, yeah, that happened. What we have now done, after a little bit of looking around, we have now got this fortress, which is in the middle of the forest. It's a hot area, we're by a brook, and I have decided to make a channel out, which I'm going to basically start going very, very deep on. There's no aquifers on this area, so hopefully we won't have any issues going down, but even if we did, I suppose having a small little flooded area isn't going to be the worst. We also have a bunch of fruit trees around us, so we are pretty sorted in terms of food. The rough plan of the fortress, though, is a sort of challenge run. We're only going to be selling things that we make from these. We have 20 hives as our initial things, which means basically wax crafts, mead, and I suppose any food that uses royal jelly. And we'll be basically setting up that industry as we go. We're still going to have everything else, but we're only going to be trading away that stuff and using it to fund the fortress. We'll see how it goes. It may fail, but hey. Let's go through the dwarf by dwarf. So, starting with our little stoneworker here, we have a stoneworker who is basically our mason dwarf here. He's a competent engraver, stonecrafter, stonecarver, absolutely fine. Exactly what you need in any fortress, pretty much, if you're planning on going underground and doing anything of note. We then have our proficient wax worker. We're only going to be making wax crafts. This might be the most expensive thing we can get away with. He's also our manager, and because I'm a good manager early on is probably reasonable. And tanning level working, because we did bring a lot of animals with us. Good evening, Christian. We're just going through our dwarfs at the moment. We then have our proficient beekeeper. I have no idea how high proficiency beekeeping skill actually affects anything, but if nothing else, skilled butcher, and he's our backup miner for the time being. Indeed, yes, we are very bad. We are terrible. We are awful. We carry on. Dwarf 4 as our brewmaster, because we need mead. Lots and lots of good mead. He's also our wood dwarf as well, but we may have... It's a bit weird to have it on double duty, but I was really running out of space with everything else. We then have our mechanic, who is also our skilled cook and a spare point of herbalism, because, you know, we might as well gather as many food items as we can. Mix with royal jelly, it might actually have some value behind it, who knows. We then have a diagnostician. So one hazard of having bees everywhere is that dwarves will continually get stung, but this does mean that it does allow you to train a doctor reasonably quickly. So we have a dwarf that is basically a diagnostician. He's also our herbalist, and honestly, I could have picked more useful skills for him, gotta be honest. But hey, that's what has happened. And finally, we have our expedition leader, who is our minor appraiser and a point of record keeping, because record keeping is sometimes useful. In terms of items we have brought on this thing, we brought ourselves a bunch of hives. We bought a lot of booze. As you can see, we've got 100 drink. We went a bit overboard with that. We did, however, also get something else that's quite interesting as well. Where did I think it? Can't remember. Oh, brought some Mitmus coal. Always worth bringing that along because it's reasonably cheap. Some seeds, quivers, plants. Nope, that's just normal plant helmets. I bought a bunch of more meat because I figured we would need something. Yeah, okay. Oh no, pond turtles. Yeah, so we actually have turtle crafting or shell crafting that we can potentially do. Which I always do this if I can find it, but it's very rare to actually start and being able to take pond turtles for some reason in this game. But hey, so the dwarves have been set, and the initial thing's gone. We have our initial channel, which we're gonna have to work out something with. We'll make it too wide, and then probably as deep as we can go, and then build a bridge over one bit of it. We want this to sort of go out to the end here and be sort of our traps of doom, only entrance into the fortress, and we'll see where it goes. We've set up 3 zones for our 3 animal groups. We have basically all of our rabbits, which I've taken. We're going to go butchery early, and I might regret the cat explosion later. But a bunch of rabbits. We had a couple of stray yak cows. Unfortunately, no bull at the moment. We'll have to trade for that. We then have some hens and a couple of sheep. So, yeah, stuff that potentially happens here. There's also a fruit gathering area, because actually I was looking through this sort of initial area here, and we have kumquats, paradise nuts, and oranges. So, yeah, good initial area. And if we're only in this particular part of the fortress, it's fine. The rest of the trees, though, are going to die. Assuming, of course, that they make a start on these things. I think they're actually just doing haulage stuff at the moment. You plant gathering? You might be plant gathering. Construct building, construct building, construct building. Okay, let's have you only do your jobs. Let's have you only do your jobs, and let's have you only do your jobs. Yeah, let's get some wood chopped down. There we go. On the plus side, we're going to have this one safe for split, and this one safe for split. And then we're going to see if they can actually get themselves some beehives. I didn't spot any around, but there should be some, you'd think. If not, this is going to be a very bad start to things. We're in a warm area, so we don't have to worry about winter affecting us too much. And it looks as if we have some stray hens who are annoyed at being caught in the rain, unfortunately. But what can you do? We're going to forbid the hen eggs, let those hatch, and see if we can get some more chickens. Also, that is a partially flooded little area there. Although it's not going to affect us too badly, I don't think. Just might be something to be aware of, that we're going to have a little bit of water in this trench when we get it dug out fully. Okay. So yeah, unfortunately with the plant gathering jobs, we can't actually do anything more about that, but that is fine. We will work it out. Also, I've got sounds on now. I've actually got a mod which puts sounds whenever we have anything happen. So the weather is cleared. There's nothing to catch in central swamps. I don't know quite why we're doing that. The real fishing area should probably be, honestly, there-ish. It's a brook, so that's fine. I assume that's what you're doing. Yeah, you're learning to fish. You're not... To be fair, he doesn't have anything else to do at this stage. He's our organizer, tanner, level worker, wax worker. But, you know. Alright, sand cavern for our initial area. That's fine. What have we got down to here? Salty clay. So this can still be our sort of factory floor area. It's not going to be a fancy one, but we might as well make a start on some initial industries. Most notably, carpentry. Should be fine. Yeah, get the initial things on the way, get some initial beds done, and then we'll see what happens. Plenty of things around, and we can get our first stockpile of wood around here. Thank you. And while we are also at it, let's get ourselves a... Honestly, we should probably focus on other things at this point, but it's never a bad idea to not to have one of these, so... Eventually we'll have some stone. And fortress... And for number 3... Could go for a still early, but I think we'll hold off. Actually, a mechanics workshop, because ultimately, if we are going to get to beekeeping, we will need that. Now, though, we just need to get some stone. I think rather than make this a thing here, we're going to go 5x5, 5x5. 5. That is a damp stone located. Alright, because we're right underneath the things. Honestly, I don't think this is too bad. Yeah, it's going to flood the fortress a little bit, but I'm kind of okay with that. It shouldn't actually flood the fortress. We'll keep an eye on it, but I don't think that's going to be a problem for us. Who knows? What are we down to? Lignite. Okay, we've actually hit some decent metal ore to start with. So we don't have to worry about all our bitmus coal. We actually found some, and we're into limestone already. So, okay, this is fine. I am quite content with limestone for our initial rooms. So let's get some... And 4. Hello, Egan. You're not cursing our stream this time, are you? Actually, it was Chiral, I know, but you know. There, and actually, we should put the priority back down. So I'm happy with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Let this sort of area there. And let's get our first little area done here. We're at the lava spilleth. Well, to be fair, that's not going to happen. Basically, Chiral turned up. 2 minutes later, we were attacked by a necromancer and a bunch of dead people. So, ultimately, Chiral cursed our stream and nothing I could do about it. And to be fair, I thought I'd have another half year to build up proper defenses, and zombies apparently don't have the ability to dodge themselves into lava. Actually, it looked like a lot of our dwarves were throwing themselves into the lava at one point. Okay. So, good stone. Unfortunately, it is limestone, and yeah, I was hoping this was all going to be all limestone, but what can you do? Okay. Initial things are done. Let's get some beds made. Actually, what we should do is get the magma equals hot. Yes, but we're in a forest, and yeah, nothing is good. We have a bunch of bees. Or in theory, we'll have a bunch of bees once they actually start getting installed. Oh, we do have some bees. Excellent. Bees! So speaking of bee crafts that we're going to need, let's get ourselves a couple more workshops done. And there, because we like to be symmetrical for reasons. Actually, I wouldn't mind this being a flux stone thing here. None of the metal ores, none of the other stones. Yeah, we'll just say economic stone. How do dwarves like their ale? They got plenty of it, but they're gonna get mead, lots and lots of mead, and they better like that. Yeah, again, let's just say economic stone is what we need. Covered in bees! This is true. We do care about the behaviour of our thieves. But for now, we got we got one installed, and we can get onto this. Oh dear. Alright. Plenty of wood. It started raining. Actually, let's put our first main stockpile down. I was going to do some farming stuff here, but actually let's just do a quick general stockpile. Which shall be everything except refuse and corpses. And just get some stuff down here. Building a moat. No, we're building a pit, which is going to go all the way down. And then we're just going to build a bunch of traps on an area around here. So the way this is going to work is we need about... Oh, probably that's overkill. But that's fine. We'll have this, a 2-wide thing, and basically a bunch of traps along here. So they have to wander a gauntlet, wander a gauntlet. But also, this is going to go down 10 levels. So basically, it's going to be a gauntlet that if they decide to dodge out of the gauntlet, they just fall to hopefully their deaths, and we just get to pick up the stuff at the bottom. That is the plan. There are some problems, as you can see, that this is going to be mostly water, but Yeah, we dig down. We'll solve that eventually. Meantime, let's actually get the rest of the channels done, since it does appear as if that has worked. But again, this is a midterm, this is a long-term, midterm, long-term plan. For the moment, we need to get the beds built. We need to get some things online, and we need to get actually some extra rooms this time, because we will also need some office space. Alert? Oh, I don't like alert. What's alerting us this time? Something's collapsed on the surface. Have I got my zone slightly wrong here? No. There's no reason why you should have been gathering stuff there. I am seeing bees. There are definitely some beehives around. In fact, we have one here. Yeah, since this is our only one for the moment, we're not going to gather any products. We're just going to save the colony for colony splits. Or tetrahedrite, so we have copper as well. Excellent. Right, anyway, I was kind of working on this, but I think the plan is going to be to have this as our little farming area. Which I have not built symmetrically, I don't think. Nope, I have not. This is clearly abysmal, so therefore we fix it. And then I just mess it up anyway. It's all good. Apparently we've been getting raw mussels out of our fishing, so at least that's working reasonably well for us. Alright, next up we need to get ourselves some tables. So let's build ourselves 2 tables, 2 chairs. This is ultimately throne, yeah. 2 thrones. So this will give us our two things. We need rock mechanisms. 2 offices is what I was trying to say there. Make some rock mechanisms as well, because we're going to need a few of these. We need a screw press. We also need a craft dwarf thing to start making some stuff. Because otherwise our bees aren't really in industry until we get this sorted. How are we doing down here? We have a few areas dug out, and we have plenty of jet. Again, would prefer limestone, but yeah, we have stuff. Stuff is good. Also tempted to kind of link this up now. So ultimately, that was exploratory digging to try and find things, but okay, you have become a miner officially. But that's already cleared. The weather is cleared. And we struck wood opal. Okay, farming area is coming on nicely. Let's get our next few workshops in place. So we need a craft dwarf's place here. We then need a still, but that'll be upstairs. Butcher Tanner. Nope. What do we need, actually? Come to that. Apparently I don't need much else. I'm going to put a leatherworking thing here because we actually have a reasonable leather industry once we get things going. And maybe we end up building a second stone stockpile. Who knows? What we can do now that that's done is start the cycling of things, because we are we have endless amounts of certain bits and pieces here. So let's go for additional wheelbarrow, additional step ladder, bin. Do I care about wooden blocks? Probably not. Let's make doors. I don't normally make wooden doors, but you know, we can't. You know, doors aren't going to be fancy here. We just need to try to make a fortress out of bees. And menacing wooden spikes. There we go. So that's our build cycle here. We have endless amounts of wood. That is not going to be a problem. Just look at all these darn trees. Why not a step ladder? Did I not build a step ladder? No step ladder's on there. Honestly, Dwarf Fortress has bizarre levels of complexity at times, and some things that don't really work at the moment. But again, new things are always being added to it in some way, shape, or form. And honestly, the stories made are the stuff of legend. And ultimately, that's the appeal of Dwarf Fortress at the end of the day. It just will make great stories. Just because it's your own wood and bark doesn't mean you shouldn't build. Yes, indeed. I'm kind of tempted to try and clear these lakes out, but we'll see. Okay, good news. We have farming now online. Okay. Again, we're only allowed to... Basically, the challenge is I'm only exporting things based on beecraft, so that is the plan. But we're still going to do all the traditional dwarvies things. Oh yeah, honestly, the learning curve is kind of ridiculous. I am going to be trying to do something that's quite special here, which I've done once or twice. I'm going to build a mist generator underground a little later. But at the moment, I just want to focus on getting the initial industries online. So we want to still, because booze. We want a kitchen. We want a fishery, because apparently we are fishing quite a lot. And we will also build ourselves a farmer's workshop, because we might as well. We do actually have the ability to make some cheese, so might as well make use of it. We should not think less of our step ladders. Indeed, we should not. Mr. Booze, name again is Mr. Booze. Right, let's go and get that done. This is going to be a custom food stockpile for drink, not cheese. We also need finished goods. Nope. Oh, I can never remember where the darn things are. Yeah, barrels. There you go. So the only things to be stored there are barrels and things to fill barrels with. Alright, this is going to be our secondary stockpile, which is going to be for furniture, which unfortunately gets filled up really quickly. A second one for finished goods, and then a third one for food. Yeah, I guess food of all sorts here, but I think we'll turn the drinks... No, actually, that's fine. There are probably more efficient ways I could do doing things, but that's always going to be the case. Good news, though. Let's get our furniture done and get our first few bedrooms sorted. So, bedroom 1, bedroom 2. And let's see if the table's done. We have one table. a second. Not yet. Did I put 3 thrones and not enough tables? I might have done that. Let's go and make sure we get a couple more then. Table, table, table. If we get additional tables, it's not the end of the world. But we should probably do a cycle of work on that at some point soon. Meanwhile, we have some rock mechanisms, so let's go and get ourselves a workshop and a screw press. So this allows us to basically turn honey into, well, basically allows us to turn honey into waxworks and also, you know, stuff that we can use for honey. Or honeycomb into that, yeah, basically. Also, someone needs to build this very soon. Otherwise, it's going to get annoying. Also, we have lungfish who are just sort of flopping around our that area, which is not very nice. It is raining again. It's always seems to be raining, and that makes the dwarves unhappy. Although currently, mood is good. Let's see. Doesn't align. Well, it'll be fine. For neatness, though, I would like you to get this done first, and then we might get to work on that mist generator. Have I built on top of this? Is this going to be outside the area? It's going to be outside the area. Okay, hold on. Okay, stairs down to there. And then this begins here. I'm trying to minimize the amount of things I have to worry about with this, but I think that'll work. Get down to there. 1, 2, 3, and then up. The only downside, as I see it, is that where I've built this thing is going to be really awkward for our windmill setup. Unless I decide to chop these trees down, I guess. Even then, it's probably going to be awkward. It's fine. I've got plans. I have schemes. They might not work, but we'll see. Also, we have put a lot of wood on the ground. But it'll all be worth it for reasons. Alright, what are our dwarves currently doing? You say you have no job. Okay, well, let's say you can do... You're freed from what you were doing. Let's see if we can up that a little bit. We do have things we need done. Bed. Make sure I haven't accidentally turned off haulage, actually. That'd be the one thing that... Yep, everybody hauls. The only 2 people who have excuses not to do jobs are the miners, unless if I don't have things for them to mine. Alright, tables are done, and we even have some limestone ones. So I think what we will do... Get that going, and then see how the rest of this goes. I've also, because of where I've positioned this, I'm going to have to chop this down. Then after this, I think we make the start on making this trench a little deeper. Bed, 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 and bed. I think we probably want to do soon-ish. I'm going to do it probably... we can do it here, actually. So this is going to be our medical area, I think, once we get this sorted out. And then we might have our military over here later. Oh, good news. We also have one of these finally built. Alright, so plump helmets all year round because we need our dwarven mushrooms. Also, we can make booze. Let's go ahead and make a couple of celebratory bits of booze. Let's then go and share, because I know I have two. Milk and cheese, if we can. Kitchen has stuff, and it does appear as if there is raw mussels being prepared. Excellent. Quarry bushes, quarry bushes, quarry bushes, dimple cups. Sweet pods, sweet pods. Pigtails, plum helmets, bit of a weird one. And finally, not stockpile 4, we want this, which can be dimple cups, cave wheat, and dimple cups. So not a high priority thing, but it'll work itself out. Meanwhile, it does appear as if the crafts dwarfs thing has been made, so we can now start. So, a few things that we are going to need. We are going to need jugs. Quite a few of them, and in fact we're going to go straight for wooden ones, I think. And unfortunately, there's not an easy way for me to do this. Actually, we could probably have this on repeat. Rock jug and rock jug. Actually, no, 3 rock jugs is fine. I have to wait for the thing to pop up so I can see what's actually happened. But thank you, whatever that was. Random subscriber. If he's watching, hello. If it's some random subscriber somewhere else, hello as well. Okay. Yeah, shellcraft is another thing we could potentially be doing here. No, let's just go and make a few of these for the time being and see how this goes. Actually, pots are probably the other thing. Pot and rock. Maybe another nest box? I'm adding a lot to this, but it's largely because I don't want to get into a position where... Yeah, that'll do. So we're slow increase in the number of hives as well. Levelworks is up and running and will be helpful. Let's get some more mechanisms on the go. 6. Could even make a traction bench or 2, actually, potentially. If we got the spare tables. Do we have spare tables? No idea. And then let's start the process here. Blocks. Blocks. Table. Statue. We do need 4 of these, I think. Dying on turtle soup tonight. We hope. We hope. Statues, thrones, and... oh, cabinet coffer. Yeah. Because we need those. Honestly, a few couple of extra coffers is probably going to be useful. And... I'm making my doors out of wood, so let's not do that. A hatch cover, actually, because we're eventually going to need those. Alright, I'm kind of okay with that as our little task thing. Meanwhile, let's see how our colonies are expanding out. We're actually not getting a lot at the moment. Infuri is going to split, but there's no point in us doing much else with the beekeeping industry until that's done. We are, however, ready for this, potentially. Honey from honeycomb. At which point we can make waxworks, at which point we can make mead, at which point we can make, well, food out of the royal jelly. Infuri, 3 industries at once you get the hive things working. But in the meantime, we're going to start work on our little project, which may not work. Also, why can we not get this done at the moment? We do have a woodcutter, right? Where's our woodcutter, dwarf? Yeah, you're only doing that for the moment. Get that cut down. We'll turn that job off once he's done it, but this one's right in the way for reasons. Okay, good. Okay. So, the question now is, how easy is this going to be to do? So we need a channel here, and then we need to build some windmills. And unfortunately, that's going to be awkward, because it builds itself over the trench if we do it that way. Which I guess wouldn't be the end of the world. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We knew we were going to make this trench double wide at some point, so let's actually start that process. Again, going to wait a little bit here, just because we need it to have enough for that. And at some point we need to make this a proper trench. We'll dig out to that, and then we're going to build ourselves a bridge as well. So the bridge has to be 3 wide and has to go towards the back here, because otherwise it will not work. And we want it to open that way, which is correct. So there. And we'll build this out of jet on the basis that we might as well. We then need a lever to go. I guess it can go just about anywhere, but if I forget about it, it'll be a thing. I guess there's no harm in it immediately being on the inside here, so we'll put it by the bridge. Okay, so the main reason I did that is because I want to build a bunch of windmills linked up, but if I don't do this in a specific way, what's going to happen is they're going to overhang and make the thing useless. Hopefully. So let's go for one there. Block this location, needs ground or near machine. Oh, hold on. There's this. Hold on. I might have something clever here. So we're going to build a gear assembly here anyway. Does that allow us to do it? It does allow us to overhang if it's connected to the gear assembly. So, good news! Good news, everybody! It works! We got some windmills. Next step, we need to keep this channel going. And then we probably need even more mechanisms, because I've got a feeling we've probably used up quite a few of them already here. You're already making more. That's fine. Cannot channel, cannot find path. That's fine. Right, channel there. I've struck jet. Okay, that's fine. And once you've done that, let's also channel here. Just realised how deep this has gone. This might not be the best of ideas. But hey, we've done it. We'd started, so we carry on. Okay, perfect. Right, now we need a bunch of gear assemblies. I then need to actually go and build a lot of other things as well. Alright, we'll save that for the moment, because I've just realised there's other things I'm going to need. Where's the Carpenter's Workshop? Let's have you stop there and build 1, 2, 3, 4 enormous corkscrews. 4 reasons. So we then got the menacing wooden spike. That's actually the wrong thing. I meant to build menacing balls, but it's fine. Wooden balls, barrel, bin. But we need those 4 enormous wooden corkscrews, and we're going to need even more mechanisms, because I've just realised exactly how far down we've got to do those gear assemblies. I'm hoping that 3 is going to be enough power now, actually, come to that. But, alas, we have other things that we need to worry about. We also want to put a channel in there, 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 and there. Which then means that this is going to be there, 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 and there. Which is probably a bit far if we're being honest about this. But I think it's... Okay, let's go back 1. Let's not put it right by the entrance here. Channel there and there. I could go mad and do a longer one, I guess, but it should be fine. Next up, let's see if we got those statues ready. Apparently we do. No, we don't. Well done. On the bus side, we have our offices. So let's get some zones started. So office number 1. Assigned to our... God damn it, I forgot who the people were. Okay, no, actually remove assignment, because once we do the noble thing, they'll actually do that for us. So we need a bookkeeper. Who needs to be our expedition leader, and then we need a manager, who is you. And then finally, office, badonk. Accept, assign, manager. Okay. So now we can actually do things through the job tools menu rather than worrying about other things. Also, how are the bees going? Still just the 1 hive of them. Why are there not more bees? Plenty of lungfish, just no bees. Oh, these are our rabbits. Okay. Let's start level 2. so the plan from here is to dig everywhere else except the main bit down to a second level deep. Oh, god damn it. I've just realised I've done a thing. I've dug out so far that this now doesn't work. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, no, fine. Alright, we do have a moat. It is just going to be a moat. Gonna be a one level down pit that does nothing. Oh, that's frustrating. Alright, fine. You know what? This is a stupid idea anyway. Let's just flood it and see and be done with it. Oh god, the golden rule of doing this, and I do this every single time I do this, is don't build outside of this area. Do not build outside of this area. Done it on two, not just one, but 2 floors. Oh well, time to start things off. Have some fun. Let's get flooding. And then, just to emphasize that we want this flooded, let's do this. Good. Oh, and that as well, actually. There we go. Now we have built the basic of basic moats that will not work. Also, let's do that because I'm fairly certain you've run out of things to dig at the moment. Out of my frustration at things. All right. Oh, let's see how this goes then. Also, is nobody doing this? Okay, somebody's doing this. Wooden corkscrew number 2. Yeah, it's because you're having to carry the rocks back. I'm sure. Okay, great. It was fine. Ultimately, what I did was I had the plan of building a 10-foot pit, a 10-foot down pit, and ultimately what's happened is I've decided I wanted to build out of this area, not once, not twice, but thrice. So now it's just going to be a little bit of water around our fortress that does nothing. And yeah, that's it. But at least we have bees. One solitary group of bees. And eventually somebody will build this bridge. Okay. Well, with that done, I guess we can get them digging out a bit more area. A sort of nobles' quarters area, I suppose. Although really they're identical to the other ones. Hibbit. I've also built that one wider up here just to make this slightly more awkward for me and make things not as symmetrical as I would like. Yep, this is all going amazingly well. Also, Masterpiece Corkscrew. Excellent. That's going to be helpful, especially if you made that, if that's number 4. It was number 4. Okay. So let's take. You are kind of making statues as part of the roots with this, but you haven't actually. Nothing's actually been done. Right. Yeah, let's start you working on the stone here. and insist you do it now. I suppose the other thing I could start doing actually is getting some wheelbarrows in. Just see if we can speed up some of the processing a little bit. I could have made these water wheels, and I'd have more power doing this, but we've started. We shall carry on. Also, all of our assemblies are waiting construction as well. Oh, and yeah, the chicks have hatched. Okay. Well, let's make sure they're all as much as possible assigned, and we will wait and see how this goes in the future. But hey, the meat has arrived. Oh god, did they not harvest any of the things? I only banned one set of these, did they not? We might need that butcher shop online immediately. This is a pretty boat. It's yeah. Yeah. It's lopsided and terrible, but it's a pretty boat. Grumble, grumble. Best laid plans, grumble, grumble. Oh well. They should, in theory, be able to grab additional ones from the map, in theory. Well, at least that was my thing on this. Ultimately, they are saved for split, so they will happen at some stage. But, unfortunately, we're in sort of... This is one of the slowest industries to get going. In the meantime, I should probably actually be setting up some properly dedicated bedrooms at this point. At one point, we'll put doors in, but it won't be now. Except assign to you. Except assign to you. Assign to you. Might get these stone carved in a moment, even though it's a bit of a waste this early. But I mean, nobody's suffering bad thoughts at the moment. We have beds for enough. We have enough beds for people, I'm fairly sure. In fact, we have actual rooms for everybody, which is kind of bizarre. Early summer. Stonekeeper. And finally, bedroom here. For our miner. Okay. Did you make your traction benches? I did actually wonder about this. No, we have made traction benches. Okay. So let's then put some beds in. We only have 2, but 2 will do, I guess. Furniture table. No access to a table. Yeah, it doesn't quite work like that, but if we can find bee seeds, we'll give it a go. Traction bench, and let's see if we can put a chest down. Did we even get one of these going? No, we did not. The good news is at least somebody's doing some work on this. But they're not really. What is our stone dwarf doing? Planting seeds. Alright, no. If you've not been assigned to a thing, you're not doing it anymore. Oh, it's still colony and hives. Yeah, we are getting more bees. Somewhere, the order to install a colony and a hive is active. And yep, there, as you can see there, colony of bumblebees, they are around. And that's what he's going to go and steal, I think. Although I have no idea which one he's going to steal at this point. Yeah, he's stealing that. Yeah. Bees stolen, bees installed. Migrants have arrived. Yay! More useless workers. Need more beds. Caught pairing maggot. Yeah, no, not yet. We should probably actually have the kitchen do some things, actually, because this will be some happy thoughts if we just get a few of these done. Share, animal thing. Still, we have some plant milk wine. We're actually pretty good for booze anyway, so that's not a problem. Job item lost or destroyed. Okay. Let's make another bridge then, I guess. Actually, no, it needs to be wider. Bridge. And we will make it out of... We need 9. Let's make it out of jet. Alright, so our population has expanded to 15, including a dwarven child. Don't agree with that, but these buildings are being constructed now, so we'll let the dwarves trust what they want to do. At least somewhat. Alright, butcher shop's now in. Okay. So here's the thing. We got a lot of chicks, and... Ooh, there's some wild boar around we could try potentially have some problems with. We'll worry about that in a moment. Yeah, honestly, we could wait and see how these grow up, in truth. And maybe that's the best way to go about it. Fairly unimportant in the grand scheme of things, that chick. Good to know. It's gonna be meat. Oh, also, yeah, they're now grabbing all the oranges. So we have fruit drinks to make. Item blocking. Resume. Because it looks as if this is now kind of getting going now. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. This is a bit of a long, indeed, a bit of a long process. But let's start the gear assembling down. Limestone. I need more mechanisms. We don't have enough. I would rather not use my limestone ones for this. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more. So let's just make 10. Carpenter's is doing its thing. I'm okay with that. Some jugs are being made. That's excellent. That'll actually get us our Mead Industries online soon. I don't need to worry about this as long as somebody's doing this stuff. Level works we'll worry about in a moment. Let's find... Yeah, let's make this a fruit stockpile as well. Might actually encourage them to start using it. What is this under then? Yep. Press material. Honeybee wax cake is fine. And raw jelly. There you go. And yay, the oranges are being stored. Okay. Brew some orange wine for us. Because we demand it. Meanwhile... Oh, Carpenter's not been building beds as part of this order. Whoops. Make bed. This needs to be restarted, checked monthly. Amount of beds available is less than 10. And of course the amount of logs available is greater than 10. Right. So in theory now, that's just going to get resolved as we do it. You're still making your rock mechanisms, which is exactly what we want. Okay. Nearly there. We'll also need even more mechanisms once we actually get to that point, so... How much power have we got here? Total power here needed 15, so it is starting to drain a little bit, and we might even need that additional windmill soon. Oh, excellent! We got multiple hives online now. They just haven't done it in a logical order, in the dwarfish way. It's just not in logical, but it's fine. Yeah, those chicks are definitely going to be meat soon. Ah, well. Let's actually check the work order here and just adjust this. So, Okay, so basically the mechanics workshop is going to continually spit out things until we have a stock of 10, which is fine. Can't brew any more, which is surprising given that I know we got more of it. But apparently we have pineapple wine from our oranges. Do we not know what oranges are? Oh, they're quarry bush leaf, that's why. Throwing blocks. We do have some statues, so that's just need to start on that. Yeah, we need 4 statues to make this work, so we're going to go... I'll cut one of the blocks off, getting that second statue going. And... A statue of a bee. I have no idea what the statue is of. Let's actually go find that out. But also, make sure I put it in the right place. So... Construction, furniture, statue. Is a limestone statue of something. Meanwhile, let's get these extra bedrooms online while we can for a weaponsmith. And also a woodcutter. Our miners could... We could probably do our miners doing more things, so maybe I'll just tell them to start enforce the work that they're actually supposed to be doing at this point. Everybody else is kind of fine, though. Custom, also add finished goods. Finished goods, stone clay. Nope. Is it classified as this? Oh, God. Why do you click out of things? Why do I click out of things is the other matter. Custom furniture, siege ammo, into there. Yeah, mechanisms are here for whatever reason. Okay. Should also probably think about building an extra workshop here since we've got it. Honestly though, not sure what we need. Wood furnace is probably worthwhile. And I guess if we're going to build ourselves some additional things here. We got a metalsmith now, and we are going to need them eventually, so let's get this done. Magma furnace. I mean, it would be nice, but we don't have magma right now. But we have plenty of fuel, which we can just need to convert into charcoal. And after that, yeah, whatever else we need. And it would appear as if the dwarves are actually doing their thing. No additional beds yet. Tables do we have? One. Maybe it's worthwhile for me to build actually a workshop down here. I'd have to door it off, but I think it might be worthwhile at the moment. One orange wood door, and then we're just going to build ourselves a additional stoneworkers workshop here. we have some gemstones for the first time, which is nice. We've also made our masterpiece orange wood door, which I think I've just used to borrow off a stoneworker's workshop. And tetrahedrite, which is copper silver ore, which is useful enough. It's at least weapon ore. It looks as if they are getting those built. Okay, we're nearly there. Heyo, Chiral! Have you cursed us again? Only asking because I'm not sure. Oh, I'm on the wrong account. It's fine, you can be on the wrong account. Okay, next up, we want a screw pump. And we want this to go left to right here. Unfortunately, only pipe sections, which I hadn't built. Because I forgot about things. Not a problem. We have a ability to do this. Let's go for a work order. We need wooden pipe sections. And specifically, we need... Can I just number this? Where do I just number this? Wooden pipe section. I only need 4. And I need to make sure this doesn't restart. One-time order. There we go. How go the things? I mean, basically, this has been a very depressing run in a few ways. So, what we started off in a wooden area with a challenge of basically only exporting goods related to bees. So basically, royal jelly, meals, mead, various other bits and pieces. I did bring a lot of stuff with me, so we have supplies. By the way, the chickens have exploded. Ignore that, though. And then we had this nice little area here, and I was going to build basically a giant pit all the way around. But like an idiot, what did I decide to do? I built here. And also, I built here, and I built there. So, I'm... just got a nice little moat, which is not going to do a lot. I do, at the very least, have a bridge linked up. So I've already ruined my initial plan of the 10-foot pit, which is why it's got water around it, because I decided if it wasn't going to be effective, I would make it at least look slightly pretty. In the meantime, let's see how those pipe sections are coming along. Actually, let's make that a now thing, because I'd like to get this done if we can. Although I have no idea how long it's going to take the statues to get made. Yeah, let's actually force the statues to get made, because I need these. How long until the dwarf goes into the shipping round? I mean, they've already kind of had that moment, so nobody's drowned yet. Cannot reach site. I think that might just be the wind. Nope, they can do that. The gear assembly's in place. Yeah, that's all good, that's all good, that's all good. Burb. Okay. So now let's go and... Actually, I should probably wait until I got all 4 pipe sections, because otherwise I will mess this up. This will happen. Because I need to get this in a specific order, and then things have to happen. Let's see if the statue... If we did get a statue done, though. Okay, so you asked what the statue was. It is the statue of Steaded the Scarlet, deity of minerals, jewels, and wealth, depicted as a male dwarf in limestone. Okay, and now that this is here, we want to make, let's see. Throne, table, weapon rack, armor stand, throne table. And maybe doors. Okay. One of the gods is a dwarf. There are many, many dwarven deities. Many, many dwarven deities. But we'll worry about that later. Well, I should probably get my other beds in place. Alrighty, one other bed in place. And I have a woodcutter randomly doing things, but that's fine. Ultimately, the dwarves can master their own skills. Okay, let's make some more easy meals. No, we're very early on. We haven't even got to the first autumn yet. We haven't even done trading. We have pineapple wine, and so much that we can do, in theory, if the dwarves would actually collect all of the stuff. Which in theory they must have done, but goodness knows. We haven't quite made any mead yet, because I think we're a bit low on resources for that, but it also takes absolutely forever, as I'm aware. Do you have any honeycomb? No. And if the coffers are done, let's go and put the chest in place here. Yep, check coffers, and then we can set this up as a hospital area somewhere. How do I do that? Dormitory hospital. There we go. You need to assign a chief medical dwarf. We actually have definitely got that ability. There we go. We have our chief medical dwarf. Okay, plenty of stuff. Well, this is it. And this is why I've decided to make an early medical dwarf, because, in theory, that'll help him train all of the bee stings. I do have a high-level beekeeper, but, you know. Oh, and actually, we got some wool. I've got a cloth industry. All right, let's get shearing. I forgot I had two of them. Milk and cheese, because why not? More fruit, more fruit, more fruit, more fruit. I should probably actually set that up as a thing. Work orders. Restarts if completed. Check there. Amount of drinks is less than 200. Empty of storage barrels is greater than 10. Amount of that is greater than 10. Okay. Set protective rails on the inside, of course. Absolutely. That's definitely a thing we're going to do. We also want to do that as a still. Re-drink from plant. And again, same kind of restrictions on this if we can. Amount of drinks is less than 200. Check monthly. Food storage items. And rotten and fermentable plants. Okay. Will do once we get there. Again, I'm just getting some initial stuff in place. Excellent, we have this, so let's make ourselves... We actually have enough things for this, but we might as well make some ash. We can potentially do potash shenanigans in theory, so we'll just have somebody do that. It'll be fine. Mechanism being built, level works we were waiting on. I'm actually waiting for these chicks to grow up a little bit, and then we're going to basically mutilate most of them. As is our way. Yep. First honeybee harvest coming soon, hopefully. We have some lychees as well, and some more oranges. Well, we're going to be good for fruit wine throughout this playthrough. Okay, bedroom. I know somebody's in it, but let's Let's change that. Strange alchemy of turning grass into meat. I don't understand. I mean, technically, yeah, that's what we're doing. Furniture, statue. Make sure I position this correctly. And another statue here. Okay, we are nearly ready to try a thing. Okay. So machines, we need a screw pump going left to right. Doesn't look as if we've got any more pipe sections in. We do not. Alright, well, we have a thing doing almost nothing. Actually, let's just get the pipe sections in now. We don't want to wait. Okay, that'll do. Should also have a barn block stockpile here. Too bad it's impossible to make a honeymoon. Probably impossible. I don't think it works that way. I mean, you never know. But given how slow honey is to produce, it's probably not the best of ideas anyway. Okay, let's go for a smelter. Out of jet. I don't think it counts as a liquid substance. Okay, our second statue is a statue of rats. So we have a statue of a god next to a statue of rats. And thus the season ends. I actually need to build something. Rock Mechanism's order has been completed. That's fine. I'm fairly certain I'll do another one in a few moments. Let's build ourselves a trade depot. Also, all of this delicious fruit. Also, they're producing something else. I mean, to be fair, the reason I've done this is because in theory it produces three things. It produces waxworks, which is obviously wax crafting skills. It produces royal jelly, which is food, and it produces mead, which is, drink. So in theory, it fuels three separate industries. It just does it at such a slow rate. I mean, I don't know why I'm building the trade post. I have nothing to trade with them because, as I said, I haven't got any, I haven't got anything out of my bees yet. So yeah, that's just going to be it. Okay, it looks like the pipe sections are all done. Excellent. Absolutely, which is why I started with 20 hives. Let's then go and build ourselves the screw pump, and gotta get this in the right order, otherwise this is going to be horribly embarrassing later. Jet blocks, and that, and that. That goes to there. Jet blocks, and that, and that. And then finally down. Jet blocks, and that, and that. Okay, we're nearly there. We're nearly there with something that isn't actually all that helpful. But might be. Let's then go and put some furniture in place. I need 4 tables. Limestone. I didn't want to do all other things, but let's do this. This'll work. Furniture, chair. And there, and there, and... Oh, have I completely paused? Yeah, that's in the wrong place. Furniture, chair. And there. Next up, I need some doors. We have some limestone doors, but I think we're just going to go with these. And then we're going to turn this into our first tavern. So new inn tavern, it will need a chest, which we will just go and put in. Back there. We also will need some mugs, so let's get our craft dwarf to make some. Honestly, if we get him to do anything... he's made a lot of jugs, actually. We're pretty sorted for this industry. Let's stop that. Pots are always useful. Cut down the jugs, and let's start with some rock mugs. Actually, why am I doing this? I should just do work orders. Restarts if that. Empty mugs is less than that. Check monthly. There you go. Done. They can do. I can what basically I can do is I can link another building to this. So one of the things I could do later on is assign a new location to this zone, which could be a dormitory or something. And that's something I can definitely do up here in a moment. But for now... Oh, third statue. It's a statue of a dwarf. So we have the statue of a god, the statue of a rat, and the statue of dwarfs. This is clearly just the dichotomy of life as dwarfs see it. But of course, we need this one to be built before we can finish off this project. I mean, we need a lot of this to be built, actually, come to that. Oh, did they never build this? Oh, god darn it. Alright, hold on. The darn dwarves do things in the really weird order at times. It's fine. We'll put this back, and we'll put the wall back in. Well, I'm waiting to see what the fourth statue is going to be before I worry too much about this, but yeah. Alright, resume construction, please. Oh, that looks like something's being dragged over. Is it the statue? Yes! Okay, so the fourth statue is... another statue of the god! Okay, so we have 2 statues to the same god in the same room. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, let's move all this down as well. And let's get this nice and improved. I've also got a mod on so we can actually see what we're doing underneath this, which is quite nice. Smooth all that down. Smooth all of that down. Smooth all of that down. When we can. Bed, 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 bed. And a bed. Okay, so all of our dwarves should now have stuff to do. One of our dwarves is unhappy. We'll look into that a little later. There's always reasons. This room needs more gold! To be fair, it probably does. But what it has is currently statues, and if we can actually get some of this done... Yay, we have one. Unfortunately, we don't have enough power. We need more power. I need this windmill to be finished. Hooray! The merchants have arrived. I wish there was a do now instruction, because this is where I would need it. We're so close to doing something quite cool. Well, it has started raining. No, we have... No, the statues are for the same god. We have a statue of Steted, and we have a statue of... Steted. Neither of them have any... Actually, no, that's a plus quality mark. This has... Okay, so this statue is better than the other statue of the same god. But, But they definitely need more glod. Merchants arrived around loading their goods. I think we might have to see what we can get out of them. I don't think by the rules that I set myself that we have anything worth trading. Or anything we can trade. But maybe I can ignore that for this first one. Maybe I do have something that I'm not expecting. Who knows? Let's have a look. So, out of anything, prepared meals. Pond turtle stew, raw mussel stew, plump helmets, and spleen biscuits. Nope. Nope. That's none of the stuff from the things. Do we have any beeswax at all that I could sell? No? Not at all? Well, I guess they're not going to be happy with me. No trade required. We don't have anything. It's already only by bees. So basically, the rule I sort of started this off with is that I would only sell stuff I can make through bees. So basically, only honey, mead, royal jelly, food that included royal jelly as its ingredients, or wax crafts. Unfortunately, none of that applies here. So, yeah, they're just going to have to build another windmill here and see what happens. Oh, no. Machines, windmill, there. Okay, they need to build one of these two. Diplomacy! Yes, there's much to share. Okay, so leather, always appreciated. Wood, we definitely don't need. Seeds, yes please. I mean, to be fair, there's not much I want to buy out of this first one anyway, so I'm generally okay with it. We'll see. Let's go for some menacing spikes. Actually, discs and axe blades. Axe blades seem good. Drinks, yes please. Alright, what kind of meat should we be ordering for this time? Let's go for alpaca meat, turkey meat, and rabbit meat. Actually, we've got lots of rabbits in. We're not going to have any more rabbit meat. Llama meat. There we go. Fish. We want all the pond turtles we can get because we can actually do things with them. Plump helmets and blueberries. Because I like blueberries. And strawberries. Bee meat. I mean, we technically have 18,000 bees, but I don't know how much we can break them down into some form of meal. I don't need coal. We actually found some lignite, I think, earlier, so that's fine. Barrels are always useful to just grab a few of. Some sand, maybe. Don't know if we're actually going to ever use that for anything. Pale ash, potash, lye. Eggs. Hen, duck, goose, skinny hen, peahound, chicken hen. That's all fine. Sheets. Yeah, we'll get some sheets. We might make some books at some point in this challenge yet. You never know. And various types of clay. Alright. They want backpacks and sheets. Neither of those we can make with bees as far as I'm aware. But if we can make wax backpacks for you, we'll give it a go. Waiting for construction. Okay, so they're building this one, which is what we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, done. So power generated 120, needed 70. And we have all 4. Okay. We're in business. We're in business. Now we want to make a pit pond here. And we want them to fill this with water. The other thing we need to do, which I'm hoping we still can actually, because otherwise this doesn't work anymore, because I completely forgot a step. I need to link these up. So, jet mechanisms, and jet mechanisms. I'm hoping they can access these. Because if they can't, I've got to dismantle one of these first. We have a lamb! Excellent. A budding sheep industry actually has a thing. They're not in this one. Which one are they in? Have I just had these randomly just wandering around? Okay, I guess I've had these randomly wandering around. Put that in there along with you and you. Looks like something's happening here. They have built them. Okay. The thing is now online with just enough power. Now we wait. Okay, so that's one. So they put a little bit of dusting of mud there. And some water. Thankfully they are defiling the rat statue, so this is all good. However, when we get one more... Is nobody going to fill this up? Oh, our bunnies have also given birth to things, so we have some rabbits too. Yeah, we need to start butchering. Rabbit season has arrived. Okay. I hope it works. It should work at the moment. We've got enough power, and everything's been set up. I just need enough water to be put there, and hopefully that'll do things. Okay, livestock. So right, we have So the reds are the new ones, aren't they? I mean, we don't need more males, so absolutely we're going to slaughter these two. And I guess... I mean, to be fair, it's probably worth waiting, but it's fine. We'll also build a tannery, because why not? Farming, tanner. Then everything will be good. No, the stray bunny has been slaughtered. Yeah, it was probably worth waiting, but it's fine. At least he's practicing. At least he's practicing and we're not overwhelmed with animals in our small little area here. I'm not even sure we produced anything. Oh well, we've learned. Don't waste time with that. Okay, dusting and water. It's worked! It's online! Yeah! Unlimited power! Well, it's completely limited to 120. But, we now have a mist engine. And what this does... Darn it, didn't see things. Someone's gonna have the fort. Have the fort. Enjoy the waterfall, darn it. Content being near a waterfall. So now, yeah, this thing just now produces mist. Because dwarves like waterfalls. And now it's just there. What are you talking about? I've built a bunch of axles here. This mist engine is completely linked to this free thing here. What I'm actually producing is kind of, yeah, just a mist generator. It is a weird quirk of the game, which I found out about and decided, you know what, let's test it. And it works! Anyway. Yeah, but that should now start producing some happy thoughts to anybody who comes into here. And the tavern has a wide enough area to do things, so yeah. Looking good. Hopefully it's going to keep people reasonably happy. Next step on the keeping people reasonably happy track is that we're going to build a few temples. Chiril's been here for a while. Okay, so some of these do have hives, but unfortunately because dwarves aren't me, they're not doing this in a logical order in terms of installation. Oh well, we don't need this anymore, so we can cancel that. That's fine. I mean, I already made this a disaster before, you know, we started, hence why I've had to link everything in this way. But, you know, give it time. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, at least now, for the time being, we're kind of in the point of just, let's share milk and cheese. Make ourselves some easy meals. What's the grey thing above the river? What grey thing above the river? Limestone? Randomly? I don't... Or a rock. I mean, that's a bridge, which I've got linked to this, so I can pull it and cause shenanigans. We're not trading at the moment. Again, not too much point in that. We do, however, have... requires ore. We have tetrahedrite, actually. Okay, let's start melting some copper and silver and start working on some things. This is going to be a stone pile and metal ores only. I mean, this is true. We have a craft shop, so let's see what we can do with this. Oh, actually, we should make some shell crafts randomly. Yeah, let's make some random shell crafts because we can. Bone. Let's make some. Okay, there we go. This is clearly what we do. If we can manage that, then awesome. Bone weapons. No, I'm thinking, yeah, bone. We got skulls, bone helmets, clearly. Best thing we can do. Right. So we have a lot of stuff randomly being made. We have tons of mechanisms, so hopefully that's going to help us in the future here. And yeah, let's go and put some more tables in. So now that we've done that, we can kind of sort of just have the rest of this go as we want it, I guess. So we have... Oh, we don't have that many tables. 1, 2, 3. Do we have enough chairs? We do have a lot of chairs. We have a lot more chairs than tables for some bizarre reason. Greebles, Harlequin! Those chickens will protect our dwarf's delicate brains from the inevitable zombie horde. Absolutely. Oh, oh, yeah, we actually need to stop them doing this now. Because it's probably not needed. He says, actually not sure. Outpost liaison. Relieved being near a waterfall. Lots of happy thoughts. Okay. Should probably assign some more bedrooms because I know a few people don't have them, and then we probably want to put some doors in place finally. Actually, we're pretty close to this in truth. Especially as you shared one. Bedroom. A dwarven child's going to get this room. This feels wrong. I disagree with this. But that's the way it works. Alright. Then build some doors. Save the limestone doors for the moment. What are you talking about? Dwarf Fortresses always look good. Depends what pack you're using, of course, but you know. Okay, that'll do there. Let's then put in some limestone doors here and here. Here and here. And then next step, we want to get some more coffers and we want to get some more... and some altars, I think, now. Actually, we just set up an order for these, I think. Rock altar. We want slightly less than this. We're going to go for 6 at the moment. We might want fewer than that, but we'll go with it. And then just to make sure that we're not repeating this at any point, I think. No, it's fine. If it repeats, it repeats. Limit my apocalypse bringing power. Are you not having the F1 word yet? I mean, to be fair, this is early days anyway. I do have random animals that are just sort of taking over the thing. So, in that regard, I think it might be starting to take over. But I think we should begin our digging deeply phase of things at the moment. So... let's debate. What do we want to do here? Honestly, it'd probably be safer for us to dig out of this area and go down this way, because at the very least, if this does go wrong, less is affected. So let's go right the way down here, and let's go for some exploratory digging. And see what we find. Are you having fun yet? Yeah, Egan's trying to curse things. Okay, more bunnies. Oh no, there's only one F word when talking about Dwarf Fortress. Okay, so the merchants have left, having got nothing from us whatsoever. Nothing! Meanwhile, I should probably actually have a look at the kitchen situation here, because I've not adjusted that in some time. Kitchen. So, we have a lot of food. Just realising. Don't cook plump helmets. General rule of thumb, never a good idea. Drinks are fine, especially given the amount we actually have. Jeez, we have 116 lychee wine. And 44 hen eggs. All visitors welcome. We have a few bits and pieces. Powder's what we need. Soap's what we need. But in theory, we can start getting some of that, because in theory we have the ability to... actually, we need a second kitchen for that, actually, thinking on this. Now, let's hope I can actually build this. I'm not sure I can. We'll find out. Oh no! More merchants! More migrants have turned up. They've heard about the waterfall. Population is now up to 19, 20, 21, 22. I haven't even made anything that valuable. How have we got 22? Oh well. Let's start making some more food because I have a weird feeling I'm going to start needing it. Work orders. Let's go for... Actually, yeah, this would be a reasonable one to just have. Yeah, that's fine. What I wanted to do, though, was actually adjust this so it just makes 1 every time it finds it. There we go. That'll do. Are you winning, son? You can't win, Dwarf Fortress. I've done something that I've seen online and I enjoyed the look of, and it's working, which is the mist generator for happy thoughts in the tavern. Happy thoughts in the tavern. Beyond that, yeah, we're seeing where we are. We should probably be considering defense very soon, though. So let's see what we can do. Also, more bees. Okay. Let's have a look at our stockpile here. How many mechanisms do we get in the end? Okay, so we have 14 mechanisms at the moment, which is a lot of traps. However, we don't have any metals that's really worth speaking of. Tetrahedrite, though, will at least give us some copper, some silver. But silver's not great for that purpose. What we need to find is some iron ore. Hello, Rue. But it's nice to know that we have tetrahedrite if we need it, so let's just get this dug out a little bit. But the aim is definitely to find iron. Workshop. Let's make potash, which is probably something we want to think about doing here. We, in theory, are going to have... In theory, we're going to have this, so let's go for it. This forms a Halo theme, there's a few mistakes in it. Fair. Alright. Damp stone located. We know this is going to be a thing, so we're not too worried about that. Yeah, this should be fine. It's not going to be a problem. Which one of you? Which one of you did this? Fine. Okay, none of that. So what I also need is a pit, which I haven't got yet. I mean, I could actually just toss everything into the thing, but let's not quite go that mad for things yet. That should be fine. One channel there. Let's make this priority. God damn miasma. Also, thinking of this, have we not got any? We do. Plenty of good food, but that's going to be a bunch of negative force now in the down thing. And after I spent ages doing that as well. Okay, so next up we need to designate a zone here, which will be a pit. And let's get this dumped. Workshop's farming. Let's get a secondary kitchen. The trader has been stung by a honeybee. Perfect! Yeah, the bees are in fact here. We have royal jelly, we have honeycomb, we have the thing. Oh, we have stuff. Unfortunately, it's not been put in anywhere yet. I say this stockpile is entirely for this. Hold on. Double check what the item is before we go any further with this. Wax honeycomb. So it's not listed under any of the food type things here. It's under... Oops. No, it'll be fine. We'll get that eventually. This isn't the one they're actually going to be using, but this is just how long it's taken. This is the first hive we installed all that while ago. And it's finally produced things. But we're saving it for a split, so it should be fine. The second one, however, also has it. Unless I've just clicked on the same one twice, which is possible. Wait, did I do that on both? I might have done that on both. That's really silly of me. Unless somebody has actually been sorting these out, which would be nice, I guess. Unfortunately, unless they're in the inventory, I don't see it. Also, just realised it's really bad for me to expand out at this point. Well, it's not, but, you know. I'm limited in what I can do. What about the extra space there? Fix my sleeping schedule. Doom, doom, I say. Fire and brimstone, absolutely. Absolutely. But, you know, I have the thing now, so it'll work. Alright, let's dig more of this out. Let's go for a wider expanse here, because that's more tetrahedrite. And if that is all we got, that is all we got. So, yeah, that's all we got. Alright, until we get fat, we can't make any of that. Making more ash is definitely a thing we could do. Rock mechanisms are still on their way. Okay, we do need to make a thing, though. So let's go and do that as soon as we can. Meanwhile, we have made some shell crafts. We've made some muscle shell earrings. Which I'm sure somebody will be really happy at. Also, it's cancelled a bunch of orders here. Can't render fat. Needs unrotten bone body parts. No, it doesn't work. We can't make skull helmets. The game has decided no. The game clearly doesn't know what it's talking about. In the meantime, we have more beds. And if we have the things done by this point, let's go for an offering place or two. Nope. I'm sure I set this up a while back. Has it not just got done yet? Or... cabinet, statue, blocks, hatch cover. No, it just hasn't got down to it yet. Okay. Well, this is why we have the second one. One rock altar. Let's set both of these up for now, because I'd like to get some dwarven religion things started up. Yes, that's going to be a thing. I vaguely remember this from last time. So this kitchen is not able to do anything, but I've still got that workload. But in fairness, actually, that should be fine. I have no idea. We'll find out at some point what it can be used for. This is just going to be an expansion to the... Actually, why did I do that? I can just view stockpile, repaint the stockpile, add that to it, and that to it. There you go. Done. I would say, though, that let's just say that we don't want wood here, because wood is abundant and everywhere. We don't want stone here. Stone is abundant and everywhere. And we'll carry on from that. Also, don't want corpses here. Don't want body parts here. The rest of it's fine. We have struck Jet. Which, given that Jet was everywhere, not... Oh, hold on, hold on. Limestone. Ah, darn it. I misread that initially. That would have been exciting. Oh dear. Well, it's fine. Ultimately, the plan is just to start digging out and find iron ore. A dwarven child has been taken by a fey mood. Hair. Okay, this could be a thing. But while we're here, let's also get our workshops online. We need a metalsmith. So we have 11 copper bars thus far. I mean, I don't really want to make things out of copper, but if that's what we're being given, that's what we're going to have to use. And he has got the construction done immediately. What have you got and you working with? You're working with a limestone mug, a shell earring. Oh, that might actually just be dropped off, actually. Ignore that. Ignore me. That's just stuff with tasks associated to it. Gotta find some tin somewhere. Okay, what has the Dwarven Child created? Okay, that's getting somewhere. You're just finding things down. Blue jade clusters. Lignite is useful, but not what we're after especially. Well, I guess we begin the channels of doom. At this stage, just hope we find a vein of something. Ooh, jade is quite expensive. And of course tetrahedrite. So we'll get a bit more of this out. Okay, so the fact that it's 4 is now causing occasional damp walls to appear, which is amusing me a little bit. A limestone bracelet. He declares it's an heirloom. Okay. The dwarven child now has an heirloom. And I've completely lost sight of where he is. Yes, you're 10 years old, you've created it, and now you're a legendary stonecrafter. Can I actually give you this as a thing now? I don't even know. Can I put the dwarf to work since he's now clearly legendary? Jugs and mugs, I guess. If I set this up for... No, he's not on the list. I can't assign him a job. I can't assign him thing. God darn it. Alright. He might have already taken it. No, there it is. It is a limestone bracelet. All craft dwarfsmanship is of the highest quality. It's encrusted with limestones. Because of course it is. A detailed, yeah, it's just limestone. What did you expect? It's a masterpiece of limestone! What's actually going around here? Raylangor overcome by terror. Okay, this might be a pull the bridge moment. Depends why they're terrified and what's going on here, but... Oh, god darn it, these things are going to steal everything. Alright, let's not pull the lever. Alright, however, there's something bigger... Actually, let's just have a quick check. Is there something bigger out here that's worrying them? Wild boars and a mongoose. Wait. Social. For some reason, I just saw that as sacrifice and just had a double thought of what? Yeah. Okay, we don't worry about that. Also, I should probably put out some more beehives since I have them. When in doubt, Dwarf Job's friends would probably appreciate it. Absolutely, he would. Okay, let's do a... Actually, let's put these by the river. Oh, we only have 2 additional ones, but still. There you go. Done. Rotten orange biscuits. Dump them, please. It's fine. I haven't even got traps up this time. Honestly, until things start happening, still we actually get to a position where we're actually doing things. Because we're not trading as well, that's one other reason why they're not going to attack us immediately. We'll be fine. Yep, I knew this was going to start happening. Alright. War was declared. This is why I was tempted to pull the bridges. Alright, let's get those step ladders in place then. Oh dear, I'm then probably going to end the stream here because we're at a point where I think having lost 2 step ladders and most of our value, I think we've done fair enough at establishing, but again, yeah. Things need to be set up. And I probably need to actually off-screen a little bit of it to make sure I'm doing it properly. And actually find out what resources we're working with. So, yeah, I will catch people next time. Until then.